Hey everyone, welcome back to Real E-Cig Review. My name is Jake. I want to start off today by giving a shout out / thank you to Dan. He started the channel RealCigReview. I've been watching him for a little over a year now, and that's where I got the idea for this channel from. Is he was doing some e-cig and vape reviews, and then as he went on, he found that he really liked it, just like me, and started putting up more and more e-cig reviews, to the point now where he's completely dedicated a whole channel to e-cigs. So his channel, I believe, for his new vape reviews is RealVapeReview, and I'd like to just have you all go check him out, even though I'm sure most of you already have. But on to the review. So the story behind this device I'm reviewing is when I had my X6 break, I was left without a backup, and I have a lady friend who let me borrow hers for the day, just so I didn't have to not go without it. And so I took it to work, and same day I broke mine, I ended up breaking hers. So I promised her I'd buy her a new one, a nicer one than what she had. She had an Ego T. It wasn't horrible, but so she's more into form over function. She wants it to look nice. So I went on to Mtbakervapor, which is where I buy all my juice. So I figured it'd make sense. I was buying juice anyways, to just go ahead and throw on a battery. She has all the tanks, and I have tanks, so there really was no reason to buy much else. So I just picked up a single battery. Here it is. It's the SmokTech 600 mAh pass-through battery. And what I mean by when I say pass-through is that this cap comes off right here, and instead of screwing it onto a charger like you do with most Joytech Egos and other Egos, it has a micro, mini. It has a mini USB port that you just go ahead and plug it in, and it'll charge that way, and you can vape and charge at the same time. If it's completely dead, you can't plug it in and just expect to vape on it, because it doesn't draw its power directly from the USB source. So the battery needs to be a little charged if you're going to vape and charge, but I've really had no issue with it. I've been using it for a couple days before I give it to her. So let me go ahead and screw this battery cap back on. And ignore all this stuff behind me. My sister's room is the only place I could find with enough light to shoot an indoor video, because it is hot as hell outside. And in my room it's too dark because I live downstairs. So SmokTech 600 mAh, Mtbakervapor.com. I think it was 16 bucks for just the battery. And then I picked up this mini Vivinova. It's supposed to be a red tank. I see pink. That's why I ended up getting it for her, so it'd all be matching. It holds 2 mils of juice, so it's not tiny, but okay, so let's get this on. And I'm going to take a quick vape really quick, and so from the first vape you can see that you get really good vapor production, especially from such a small battery. I've came to really like this. I think I'm going to pick me one up just as a backup. I mean, it's not too big. If I show you a side-by-side with my Vamo in miniature mode, it's not really that mini, but so there you can see how much just smaller it is. I like it. I've been using it a lot whenever I'm charging batteries for my Vamo. I go ahead and I'll use this. A couple things about the device is it does have a standard 510 connection, so a majority of your tanks, cartomizers, atomizers will fit on this. It's not variable voltage, so on a fully charged battery you're going to be getting about 3.7 volts, and it'll drop from there the more your battery drops. So you'll definitely want to pick up, for whatever tanks you're using, make sure they're low resistance on the heads, or just if it's like a CE4 clearomizers, make sure you try to get the low resistance ones. It's a pretty decent vapor production. I'll show you one other thing. Is with my Kangaroo Pro tank that I have, it came with what they call a beauty ring, which I don't need because I run my VAMO most of the time, so I'm going to go ahead and give this to her. And what that does is it'll screw onto here. I don't know if I can get it on. So if you are one of those people that prefer it to look nice, then you can go ahead and pick up one of these. Mine came with a Kangaroo Pro tank. You can pick them up anywhere for about $2 anyways. But see, there you go. You have a more flush looking device. It looks a lot nicer. One thing I noticed with this particular tank is it does kind of cut back on the airflow. Makes it a little bit harder to get a good draw, but alright, so there's that. Let me show you with a couple other tanks on this. So that screws off. I'll go ahead and throw on the Kangaroo Pro tank. I'll have a review on this coming up. I'm shooting a bunch of review videos right now, and I'm going to upload 1 to 2 a day over the course of this and next week. Alright, so we got the Kangaroo Pro tank on there. It looks pretty nice. Let's go ahead and take a draw. Sorry, I just cleaned out my Kangaroo Pro tank, so the heads are still kind of have water in them, so that's why you're seeing a kind of a lighter draw, or less vapor. I have one more tank to show you guys. Everything you've seen in this video that you haven't seen a review from me on, you'll see a review on these in the next couple days. So right here, I had my dad pick up he picked up an iTaste MVP e-cig, and it came with an iClear 30 tank with this cool adjustable drip tip that I really like. I've been using this tank a lot lately, so. This is a high resistance, has a high resistance head, so I've never tried it on this. It might not perform as well. Not bad for being high resistance. I'm sure you can pick up low resistance head for the iClear 30 and it'd work 3 times better. So as you can see, anything that is 510 will fit. I'd suggest picking up a Kangaroo Pro tank with some low resistance heads, or even this mini Vivi Nova works well. If you prefer form over anything, you'll definitely want to get one of these rings that kind of make it more of a flush fitting device. Battery life on this, I've never had it die, mostly because if I'm not using my VAMO, I usually keep it plugged in. Like, I'll keep it in my room plugged in, so I've never had it die. It's really easy to charge. Like I said, you just go ahead and plug in a USB to the top. So if you have a car charger, you can just go ahead and leave it plugged in while you're driving. Don't have to worry about it dying on you. If it's fully charged, I usually get about 3/4 of a day through with not charging it at all. Get about 3/4 through the day just vaping on it. So pink isn't my color, obviously. If I had to rate the looks of this device, just the battery, Other than it being pink, if it was any other color that I'd prefer. I mean, it's a good looking device. It doesn't look cheap. It's not branded anywhere. It doesn't say SmokTech that I know of. Just the looks of the device, it's basic. It's not too big. I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8.5 out of 10. I like the ring, the beauty ring. It makes it look a lot nicer with pretty much whatever tank you want to put on it. Performance, I can't really complain. For 17 bucks, I really don't think you're going to find a better vape. The Egos, I've went through at least 4 of those just kind of snapping in half, pretty much, and no problems with this one. The Joytech Egos, I should say. So can't complain. It's a great little device for 17 bucks. If you're looking to get into vaping, I would definitely suggest you at least start with one of these. Over getting the little Cigalikes or the ones that look like cigarettes. Much better battery life, better performance, easier to change flavors, everything like that. I definitely suggest you check them out. Mtbakervapor.com. This is a 600 mAh SmokTech USB pass-through battery. I hope you give them a look. Mtbakervapor has sent me some juices that I need to get reviews on. I'm going to go ahead and start those right after this. So everyone, stay charged and vape on.